Good morning. I thought it would be fun to share with you my morning tea meditation. I don't do this every morning, but some mornings I do a tea meditation, and it's Monday, and I thought I'd do it today. So I have a little teapot here in my little coffee room, and I warm up the tea, and I kind of just touch. It gets really, really hot. So the first thing I do is I just notice the sensation of the water in the teapot. And then I just pour it into my teacup, listening to the sound of the water. I pour slowly. I watch the tea bag sort of float around. And I pay attention to the water changing color. I don't know if you can see that from the top. Just get still and see what you're noticing. I don't know if you can see it, but the steam is rising up as the hot water from the tea meets the cool water in the environment. You can see the color of the water changing, and I can hear the rain outside. And as I imagine the rain going into the earth and evaporating and recycling back and ending up right here in this glass, I can feel some gratitude and some joy and some wonder around how the water ended up in my glass this morning. And then for me, I add milk to my tea, and I like it to be warm. So as the tea continues steeping, and I like my milk warm, I think I just said that. So I put it in the microwave. And then I just sit and I listen to the hum of the microwave and the sounds of the microwave. And that was just 10 seconds. And I noticed as I was doing that, I felt kind of silly. Oh, it's not warm enough, so I have to do it 10 more seconds. I felt kind of silly waiting with you in silence. And I could hear myself think, oh, that's a really long time to be quiet. They're going to be bored, or no one's going to want to watch that, or how strange or silly, or get going. So I just get to play with that and notice how I do that in my everyday life. Oh, look, and normally we have a little drawer up here that has spoons in it, and I have no spoons. So I have to use a fork today. And then as I remove my tea bag, I just kind of look at it, and I notice the tea bag. I notice how the color changed from when I first put the tea bag in, and what the texture is now like. Before it was sort of flat, puffy, and now it's soggy, it's hot. It turned a different color, it's more brown. What else do I notice about the tea bag? Oh, and it just occurred to me to remember what's inside the tea bag, the actual tea and where that came from, the tea leaves. So again, another natural wonder, that came from the earth, that came from our earth, and how the rain waters the leaves that become my tea, and the sun dries the leaves that become my tea. That someone harvested the leaves and brought the leaves to the manufacturer who created them, who created the tea, who put them in a box, who put them in a truck, who drove them to the store, all that stuff, all those people that you can take a moment of gratitude for that helped bring your tea to you this morning? I know it sounds kind of crazy, but think about that. All right, so next in my tea, this is my special favorite tea that I get to drink. Not all the time because it has caffeine, but every once in a while. I'm going to put a scooch of agave in it, and I can't measure because I don't have my spoon, but about that much. Then I'm going to stir. Listen to the sounds of the fork or spoon in the teacup. Imagining the agave blending with the tea. Taking a moment of gratitude for the agave leaf. Breathing that in. Now I'm going to add, I actually use skim milk, but I use milk. Milk comes from a cow. So a moment of gratitude for the cow. Even if cow's milk isn't purportedly good for us these days. And then just watch the change of the color of the water. Maybe that's a better view. As the milk blends with the water and the tea bag and the agave, it's like a hurricane or a tornado. Slowly stir that all in until it completely changes color. The impermanence of things, how they can change from one thing to the next. And then I just take a moment to put my hands around the tea, feel the temperature. And then I use my sense of smell. And I take in the steam first. I could smell the tea leaves. I get a hint of the agave. I could feel my mouth watering, and I could feel my sense of urgency to wanting to drink the tea. So I'm just going to give myself the gift of practicing patience for a moment, noticing when we want something, how quickly do we give in to our desires? Noticing desire rising again and just allowing it, letting it go. Still here in this now moment. Enjoying the aroma, enjoying the sensation of the heat on my face. In theory, if I stopped now, I've already had my cup of tea. I didn't even need to actually put it in my mouth and consume it. I've had the whole cup of tea. I've smelled it. I've taken in the temperature. I've seen it. I've heard it as I stirred it. There were all sorts of ways in which my senses have already experienced the cup of tea. But now I'm going to let myself taste it. So what I noticed is how it first touched my lips. It was sort of a startle from the heat. And I only took a small sip, and it went to the roof of my mouth where it also was really hot. And I sort of rushed it to the back of my throat where the heat really opened up my throat. And I still can taste, the taste that's most familiar right now is the agave. I can feel it going down my esophagus and into my belly. The heat. Yeah, that's good. One more. Well, that taste was a little different. This time the temperature was different. I let the tea stay in the front of my mouth on my tongue for a moment and swirl it around just a little bit. It had a completely different experience. It was completely different. It tasted, that time I tasted the milk more. Like I said a minute ago, the temperature was different. Yeah, it was a completely different experience. How funny. So, we can go on, but that's enough. It's 10 minutes. I'm sure you didn't even hang in there with me. But I just wanted to give you an idea of what this means to eat or drink with mindfulness, with a pause. What I also notice is my level of satisfaction. Like, if I stopped right there, I've had more than enough tea, even though I'm probably going to drink at least half. I never drink the whole glass. I don't know. I never have time. But we can do this with everything we eat all the time. And I get curious, like, what if we were to eat and drink like this all the time, with this sense of awareness, with this sense of gratitude and joy, with this sense of curiosity, so that every bite, every taste, every sip of our food was new for us, tasted new to us. So I just wanted to share that with you this morning. And I also want to say that it doesn't have to take this long all the time, right? Like I said, we can just do one taste like this. Our whole meal doesn't have to be this way, so that we're not spending hours and hours and hours eating. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I look forward to seeing you next time.